Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bald Guys with Guns. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Rob.
And today we are back with episode 4 of our Learn Long Range with Us. We will be shooting our 308 Ruger American, or our RPR, Ruger Precision rifle. And
if you want to know all the details about the gun, watch episode 1.
Which we'll throw the link up here.
We're going to shoot the Federal Sierra Match King's 168 grain bullets today. Today, the important thing we want to discuss, because we have a little in every episode so far we've done a little theme. Today's theme is comfortability.
Yes.
So in episode 1 we talked about how we're going to shoot off the ground all the time. So we kind of want to talk about why we shoot off the ground, how we get ourselves comfortable. We each have our own, we get ourselves comfortable in different ways. For me, I like to, get down behind the gun, get my shoulder right up against the stock, and I don't spread my legs out quite as far as you do, but I just position my body so that I'm comfortable behind the gun before I even think about aiming at a target. And when you're comfortable, you aim better, everything's more steady. You get the bag under the gun right, the bipod set up correctly. The more comfortable, the more steady you are, the more accurate you can be.
And less you have to worry about, right? I have been on the ground when we shot the 300 yards. I've been on the ground prone and been so uncomfortable. That I was rushing shots. I'm forcing things that I shouldn't, And so just being able to get yourself, if there's that rock underneath you, take the time, move it out, right? If you can make some small adjustments so that you can relax your shoulders, you're not, holding your head up just enough. These are things going for precision. Obviously, not all circumstances are going to allow for that, but with what we want to do, which is shoot 500 yards and we get 5 shots each to make the best group that we can, that's what we're going for today.
Talking about your 300 yard, if you watch that video, which we'll link as well, Jeremy, we were also in a different place than we are now, and everything was pretty flat. Here, we're actually elevated above where we're shooting. Where Jeremy was flat, he was really kinking his neck a lot to get on target, and he was very uncomfortable for a 300-yard video, and it showed in his accuracy. And here, we can get a lot more comfortable because we're shooting a little bit downhill, so the gun can be angled better for our necks while we're on the ground. It's just an overall better experience at this location.
Right.
So location can have a lot to do with it. So the theme is be comfortable. Make sure you get yourself comfortable. We're going to do our best to get as comfortable as possible and not just get on paper, but try to be as accurate as we can be. We hope you enjoy. We're only going to shoot 1 5-shot group each. We're limited on ammo. We also don't want to run back and forth swapping out targets that we have a limited amount of. We're a new channel, guys. Newish. We're still small.
The only thing that's going to, I would say, hinder us in being as comfortable as we could possibly be in this scenario from controllable aspects is the trigger cam.
The trigger cam. The trigger cam takes away from eye relief, and because of that, it can hit you in the face, and you get a little tense to that, which takes away from your comfortability. We're both going to try to just allow ourselves to get hit in the face and not have to worry about it, because it doesn't hit you that hard. It's just close enough to hit you, though.
And it just makes it just that little bit uncomfortable. That's the only thing that we have on here, and we do that for you guys. It's also fun for us to go back and watch and just see how steady we can hold compared to the other, how long we're sitting on target before shooting. You get to really see how quick Rob gets on target and shoots compared to me as I go over and over and over and over.
Which we cut some of that out, but we'll try to leave some in just so you can see. But the other thing is, it's this scope, this gun in particular. I don't mind the trigger cam as much on the 6.5 with the Arkin scope. This one has worse eye relief. And so it's a lot closer, which is why you get a little bump on the head when you're when you're shooting this one. But it'll all work, and hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing some of that footage.
At the 100 yards, this has been our tack driver, so I'm really excited to take it out. 500 yards is where you really start to see all the imperfections, right? And so to see if this tack driver can continue, I'm excited.
Yep. So let's get shooting.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right, we're recording everywhere?
Everywhere.
All right. My 5-shot group at 500.
Left or right target?
Let's go, I'll go left.
Okay.
Aiming dead center and seeing if I can group this bad boy any good.
Where's our Garmin?
All right, just right of center. In my backpack. Okay, I'm on. This
Okay.
is only gonna read 4 shots, but.
That's fine.
Ready?
Ready, send it, sir. Control your breath. Be comfortable.
Wow, that went really high.
That's the first high shot. We did 5-shot 0 at 500 just to make sure we were dialed. That is the first round that has gone high. That ricochet out there. Boom! There you go. There's no breeze up here, but I want to say there's a breeze downwind.
Yeah, I think it's going further right than we originally. I think there's a stronger wind left to right down there than when we started.
Yep.
That one almost hit dead center.
Yes, it did.
All right. So there's my 5-shot group. I highly doubt that that is under 5 inches.
Same.
But if you take out that one that went high.
That was really good. What's your Garmin with those 4 shots?
We had a 77 spread, so that's actually kind of bad.
For this ammo? Yeah, it is. And it's shooting way slower than I thought. Left target, right?
No, the right target.
Well, I have been known to shoot the wrong target.
You have.
All right, sir. I am ready. You good?
Yep.
That was me.
Dead center.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that was you.
I thought I pulled it.
It was a good shot. Just to the right of that one. Looking good.
My eye got blurry. Should be left.
Just slightly and just a little bit underneath. I think you're still sub MOA here.
I'm smoking out here, dude. I can't
It's
see when I
freezing.
breathe.
Another one right there. Yours are definitely grouping nice. That one, same place. That's a really good group. I think it's still over MOA, but
is it?
I saw that thing go. Look, you had two that went under your. Those two shot exactly the same, 2492.
Really?
They went under 2500, so that's why you were going lower.
Yeah.
But dang, dude, your group like left to right is good.
It felt. I haven't felt that's confident, right?
The up and down is what
was throwing it off.
Throwing it off, yeah.
Movement detected. Sorry. Which one do I push?
Let me see. 2501. Wow, only
11.
11 standard deviations.
Much better with those 5.
28.6. Yeah, I mean that's why. That's why.
My elevation was not nearly as bad as yours.
So you went 2492, 2492. That was your last two. 2495, 2521, 2507. So your second shot, which was actually your high right one.
Really?
Yeah, like literally you look at this, we're definitely zeroed at about 2500.
Yeah.
Because your very first shot was dead center.
Yeah.
And then obviously the right and left is probably the MOA or maybe the swirling wind. But then when you went faster, it went higher, and when you went slower, it came down. But they were all tight.
Right there.
It was good.
That is good. Ammo has a big part in this.
It does, and that's why people hand load.
Yep.
All right, so we just got done shooting the 308.
Let's go.
We grabbed the papers. Why don't we go check out some measurements?
Let's do it.
All right, so let's show you how we did with the 308. The first target you're going to see is Jeremy's. We're going to start with the 10. I think this will be, so if we put the 10 right in the center of that one, we get about 4.5 inches. So sub MOA for Jeremy.
There we go.
That's pretty good. Width-wise, I think.
So I just lined.
Yeah. Width-wise, you're less than 4 inches. So that's pretty good.
That is good.
Let's look at mine. I'm going to definitely be over MOA. I can already tell. I had one shot go really high. Don't know why. We're at the 10 there. 16.5, just under 16.5. So that's just under 6.5 inches. It shot pretty good, and I got all of them on paper, so I'm pretty happy with that. Jeremy should be really happy shooting sub MOA.
Right.
So let's get back to the discussion. So there's some just quick and dirty measurements with a measuring tape. Jeremy shot under MOA. I had one take me out of MOA, and I noticed on the chronograph that went faster than the rest of them, and that could be the problem. We've had some people in the comments say that doesn't matter.
Right.
And I don't know, I tend to disagree with that, just based on what I saw today and have seen other times shooting, but I don't have as much experience as probably some of you do. So you can tell us in the comments, but I truly believe
also
that makes a difference.
Let's go back to that shot on the trigger cam, and let's watch where you pull the trigger compared to impact.
Yeah.
And that could be a good indicator.
Show you right now.
Control your breath. Be comfortable.
Wow, that went really high.
Very interesting, the results that we just saw here. Obviously, we can't see it with you live, but
I felt like I held pretty steady.
You did.
And that one was just a flyer, and it happened to go faster than the rest.
Right.
In the Garmin, we look at the shot records, and that one's going about 50 FPS faster than the other 4 shots. So I think that has a lot of play, especially when you get out at distance. It might not matter at 100 yards, but it definitely does out at distance, and I truly believe that just from my own experience. But, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've experienced personally.
Yep.
So,
well, there you guys have it, though.
Yeah, that was...
it was a good shoot today. We shot, I mean, That's one of my first sub MOA groups past 100. I'm pleased with how I shot today.
You are more comfortable behind this gun than the 6.5, I think, which is interesting because you like the cartridge, the 6.5.
I do.
But this is just a good gun.
It is. This Ruger has been really good. I've been very pleased with it.
I've definitely enjoyed it. I've started reloading for this gun to try to get even more accuracy out of it.
I wonder if...
So we'll see how that goes.
Right. Maybe we run this gun after this series and throw your EP5 on here.
I have an extra EP5 that I'm waiting to put on here after this.
I'll just be curious to see.
So that's the results from the shooting today. I think that being comfortable is probably one of the most important things about shooting,
right?
Especially long range.
I mean, one of the last times we were out here shooting 500 yards, you were doing your KYL.
Yep.
And it was timed.
It was timed.
You're pressured, right?
Yep.
There's.
But I gotta admit though, that Ruger American performed really well at 500 yards.
I'm just saying, like today, right? You remove the time factor.
Yeah.
All you're focusing on is your breathing, your trigger squeeze, and that reticle.
Yeah.
And so you can really just get behind that rifle. Like nothing else matters. You forget. Like, I don't know about you, like I zone out. Everything goes quiet around me.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to anything. All I'm focused on is that dot. And not just that it's in the red, right? Like you try to envision the white line of the bullseye in the red and put that reticle in the same place. And so you just really calm down and try to make sure that it's just perfect every shot.
Jeremy, even though this isn't a competition, it's a competition for him every time. He always wants to make sure he shoots better than me. So... And that might be why you always take a little longer than me to shoot.
It might be.
But we had a good time. We hope you guys enjoyed that video. This series has been fun. We're still trucking along. Next video will be on the same thing with the 6.5. A little different theme though, so get prepared for that.
Yep.
Anything else we need to tell them?
I don't think so. Get comfortable, guys. Get confident with your rifle too. I think that's a big thing. We've talked about the Creedmoor versus the 308. And the confidence behind this rifle, like you and me both know we could pick this up and hit a target, I'd say in no more than 3 shots, like guaranteed. I feel confident enough we could do it in 2 with just one shot, see an impact, okay, make the slight adjustment, boom, we'll be within an MOA, I feel like on our second shot, just because of the confidence, right? From the ammo to just, I don't know, just there's something about it, being comfortable with this rifle.
It's a good rifle.
It is.
But what I meant was, is there anything they should remember?
Oh, that too. I think so, but I think my head says to not do it, but I'll do it anyways. Always remember the most beautiful scalps
are bald.
And we'll see you next time.